Hey people of YouTube, welcome back to another episode of this Crystal Palace career mode. We are currently doing episode 7 and right off the bat we are looking at players from our youth scout. We were fortunate enough to get a player with 90, with the max potential of 90 and the max overall as 69, so that's looking very good. Can't remember what his name was, but he was from England, so we're getting some homegrown talent, which is good to see. Right off the bat here, at the start of the episode, obviously we're going into another massive game. It's against Man City, and Man City is just their side has everything. Defense, midfield is fantastic. Yaya Toure in that deep role acts as a rock. You know, no one can get past him. And then you got the striker, just the one lone striker. You know, Aguero, 4-star week for 4-star skills. He's absolutely insane. But you know what? Aguero is on the bench. I don't understand why. Maybe Man City are coming into this game thinking that Crystal Palace isn't the best of teams. So that is the good thing. Good thing about doing an average team is that teams like Man City, Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal won't come into the game with their full strength side, and you can have a chance against their slightly weaker side. But you know what? Like really early on in the game, only 9 minutes into the game, Connor Wickham turns his player and actually gets a very decent shot off. Joe Hart was forced to make a save there. From the resulting corner, nothing occurred. It was cleared away by, I believe it was Kevin De Bruyne on the edge of the box. Vincent Kompany actually didn't have the best of games. He picked up a yellow card very early on, the captain from Man City, and you know what? We actually picked up a free kick in a pretty dangerous area. You know what? We can capitalise in this situation, especially with a free kick specialist like Johan Cabaye. He's got pretty good free kick accuracy, some good curve. But I do put a little bit too much power in it, and it just goes over the bar by a couple of inches, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we've had a pretty decent start to this game. Obviously being the team with the first 2 chances. But here Ward drives forward, tackles. I think he tackled. I think it was Fabian Delph. Yeah, it was a pretty decent tackle, very clean tackle too. And he ran at Kompany and Mangala. They were both forced to come to, and Connor Wickham peeled off and made a run to Vincent Kompany's right. Kompany had the decision either to follow Connor Wickham, give Ward more space, or to just commit himself, go toward and hope that Ward wasn't able to pick out Connor Wickham. But you know what, Ward saw Connor Wickham's run, had enough space and time to execute the pass, and it was a very decent one. We go 1-0 up in just over the half an hour mark in this game. We're looking pretty good. Like, you know what, all our games that we've played Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, and now currently Man City, and we've done in my opinion, we have done a pretty decent job. As you can see by the match facts at halftime, we've had 4 shots, they've had no shots. We've had 54% possession, they've had 46, and that just shows, you know what, it doesn't really matter whether you play, like which team you play, but it just depends on what difficulty you play on. Like, you could verse Watford, but like, you know what, they'll be the exact same as Man City because it's on legendary. You know, like it's not going to be any more difficult than any other team. All the teams are the same. It's just the difficulty. The difficulty is the reason as to why, you know, like a team is good or is, you know, pretty shit. So me playing a legendary against Man City is kind of like me playing against Watford. So it's not really much of a difference. And I'm just more used to playing against computer because, you know what, I've done heaps of career modes and it's a little bit easier for me. But right there you saw Wilfried Zaha went on for a little bit of a joyride, you know, a nice little skill run, passing at least 3 players. Found Jason Punch on the edge of the box, and he actually directed the ball very nicely into the bottom left corner. We're actually up 2-0 against Man City just over the hour mark. We do, I think, pick up another chance. Emre Can picks the ball up here, finds Punch in the the goal scorer of the second goal. Our cross does get unfortunately intercepted by Zabaleta, and that chance I think goes away. I'm pretty sure, unless Manchester City go on an attack. Actually, I'm not exactly sure. Aguero on the ball. No, sorry, no. No, Scott Dan wins the ball off. Yep, he wins the ball. And we go on a little bit of a counter attack. But Company, you know, he made a mistake in the first half, and he told himself he wasn't going to do it again. Which you know, obviously tells me that Vincent Company, you know what, can be a little bit clumsy sometimes, but then he's just the majority of the time he's just a very solid player. And we actually get them on the counter attack yet again. Once again, Punch and playing nice little 1-2 with Wilfred Zaha, and we could potentially make it 3-0. And we actually do. Punch and beats Zabaleta with pace and strength, and Balassi was to his left. He played a diagonal through ball. You know what? Straight in front for Balassi. It was an easy finish for the winger from Congo. You know what? 3-0. I'm really happy. Like, if I was any team, I'd be really happy with the 3-0 result, especially against a team like Man City. I mean, considering they are one of the best teams in the EPL, 3-0 is a fantastic scoreline. But unfortunately, 5 minutes after we had just scored our third goal, they pull one back, which could see them or could potentially get them back into this game, which is highly unlikely, but they do have a chance now, considering, you know what, it's been done before, 2 goals in 10 minutes. But you know what, Man City weren't up to the task. They were pushing men forward. There was too much pressure. I just had to defend, and I did a pretty decent job. As you could see, there's match stats. They kind of came back into the game, but you know what, we stayed ahead. We deserved the win. We just definitely deserved the win overall. And as you saw right there on our calendar, our next game is actually Tottenham. This is our 4th big game, I believe, out of 6. So if we get a win in this game, that will put us on 16 points out of, I believe, 6 games. Yeah, we do have a game in hand. West Brom and Sunderland behind us. West Brom coming 2nd and Sunderland 3rd. Sunderland in real life are fighting for relegation, and West Brom are just out of the relegation zone. And to see them coming 2nd and 3rd, it just shows how unrealistic this game can be. I mean, teams like Arsenal, Man City, you know, I think they're coming like mid-table, whereas Sunderland's coming 3rd. You know, so you know, just sometimes this game can make a little bit of, like, you know, just make no sense. Which is a little bit disappointing. I hope you know, EA can fix the problem. But you know, I have no problem me beating Man City 3-1, because that's a really good result. And right now we have to go to the White Hart Lane, Tottenham's home ground. It's a very you know what, Tottenham this season have surprised everyone, especially Dele Alli. The man, I believe, who came in for like 5 million from FPA Dons, has, like, I think he's going to win like EPL goal this season. Like, I can't remember which team it was, but he flicked it over his head. He just hit it on the volley, and it was absolutely, like, it was the best goal I've ever seen this season from any team. And for it to come from a player like Dele Alli and his quality, just shocked people even more, because he came from a tier. I think it was a tier 1, so Empire League 1 side, and he just stunned everyone. But for some reason, the game didn't actually show the actual squad, like what squad they put together. So I just went to the match performances, just to show you guys what their squad looked like. You could just go back and pause it just to see, or if you're curious, just to see who was in the lineup. But very early on, again, just after just over the 15-minute mark, the quarter of an hour, we do pick up a pretty a free kick in a pretty decent area. Kabai once again standing over it. You know what? I trust him. He's a fantastic free kick taker, and that is the reason why, as to why I just keep him on the free kicks, because he just executes, and he's just really consistent. And as you can see there, you know, he's like, some games, especially against Man City, you know, he missed, but he was really close. And a couple other games before Man City was really close, but against Tottenham, he'd found it. He'd broken the deadlock in this game, and he'd broken the deadlock to his free kicks for this season. So hopefully he does convert more free kicks in the future. But that's the first free kick we've scored in this season for Crystal Palace. And here, Emre Can, fantastic ball through. I was actually meant for a through ball, but I accidentally pressed the pass button, but it actually turned out really, really well. So I was pretty happy with that. Vorm came out from the corner, he punched it, cleared it, and nothing ended up in that. Nothing came from that. As you can see, Speroni, shit ball, Ward, even worse touch, or just the touch was even worse. Sorry. And Chadley was able to just tackle the ball off him, really, really easily. Found a through ball for Dele Alli. He just squared it across goal, and I had 3 players covering, came off Goodbye's foot and just fell right in front of Harry Kane, very, very nicely for him. So, I think it was a little bit of Fifa's doing there, but Scott Dan, this is why I've got him as captain, finds Goodbye, and then Goodbye finds Kovalenko. This man has stunned me. He has been the signing of the season. He has just impressed me so many times. As soon as punching gets old, just too old, Kovalenko will be my starting cam because he knows how to shoot. He knows how to do free kicks in case Goodbye gets too old and we have to find a new centre mid. He knows how to dribble. He's got decent pace. He's got 4-star equal. He has everything. He even knows how to defend. And I can sometimes play him as a centre mid role, but he's more of an attacking player for me, so I play him as the centre attacking mid, and that's what his preferred position is. So I'm really, really happy, and we actually scored that goal right just before the half-time whistle blew, which was really nice because we actually had the advantage going into the second half. And as you can see, they had more possession, but they only converted one shot on goal, and that was the Harry Kane goal. We'd taken 3 shots, the free kick, Kovalenko's goal, and I think it was Connor Wickham's attempt where Vaughan put it out for a corner. And you actually see me put Kovalenko into the midfield, but I do swap Ledley because he's a left footer. I like my left players on the left and my right players on the right. As you can see there, I put Saka on, but you know what? Nothing really happened from the start of the second half. Nothing actually really happened. You know what? Until the dying moments of the game where we actually had a couple more chances. It was a little bit of a boring second half, but you know what? As long as we get the win, I'm pretty happy. I'll be very happy as long as we get the 3 points. Yeah. So. Joe Ledley. Oh yeah, so basically, that's basically it. As long as we get the 3 points, I'll be happy. Here we go. We had another chance with Connor Wickham cutting in, beating 2 players Vertonghen, and I think it was Kyle Walker cutting onto his right foot. But I tried to put him on an angle that would have been easier for him to shoot on, but unfortunately he did get blocked by Kevin Wimmer. But from this throw-in, it was a pretty poor throw-in. Sacco finds Punchin in behind. Lovely way to pass, and Punchin just dinked it in. He just tapped it in, and Punchin coming off the bench has scored a goal to put us 2 goals in front, just for the cushion, just in case Spurs do come out of nowhere and somehow find a second goal. So it's always good to have the 2-goal advantage. It's pretty nice, puts me into a comfortable position. And in the 89th minute, Punchin yet again could have gotten his second, but a fantastic reaction save from Vorm to just not humiliate Tottenham anymore, because Tottenham at their home ground against Crystal Palace should be winning. And there was another chance right there. I think it was Scott Dan who got the header away. Lamela tackled Connor Wickham. He got tackled, and now Spurs are on the break. But Papi Squire won't let Kane get away. He does unfortunately get the cross in, but nothing came from the cross, and we finished the game 3-1 right there. A very good game actually. I enjoyed playing the game. The first half was so much better than the second half. I enjoyed the first half much more better than the second half. But there are the stats. They only had the 1 shot in the whole entire game. And I think Kabay, 1 assist, 1 goal was our man of the match. That's all we've got, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.